Alright, technicians, it's time to repair a semi-tire.
Alright, repair.
I'd say Juan's pretty excited, wouldn't you? Juan is directing the semi where to go. He parked a little close to the service truck, but that's alright. That's just less hose we have to reel out.
Looking like that outside drive.
There isn't really any good place to jack up these front drive tires on these semis, but I'm using the bottle jack to get into the little small groove between the tire and the front axle. Oh yeah, this is definitely safe. Wouldn't you say so too? It's not exactly the sturdiest place to jack up the truck, but it's just enough, and we won't have this tire off long before we can get the tire back on the truck, so it'll do for now. Like I said, it isn't the cleanest job. You gotta get dirty for your money here. Again, the reason for blowing off all those lug nuts was to get the loose dirt off of them, so they don't get jammed up when they come off and they go back on evenly with no dirt in them. It's the little things in life that you have to appreciate, just like these lift gates. These 4 tires were from our previous job that we filmed last video. If you have not yet seen it, go ahead and check it out. The link is below. Go ahead and start soaping water and the tire down, looking for the leak. The culprit was a nail. Now time to let the air out and dismount this tire to get it repaired and back on the truck. Go ahead and get some lubricant on there, better known as skid, and start breaking down that tire. A lot of times with these tires, when you drop them on their face, their back bead will break without having to use the hammer, as it did here. Kick your gold bar in and pull up that first bead to get it loose. Come back with it. That gold bar will grab the bottom bead and that'll force it off the rim. So Juan is using his Chicago Pneumatics buffer. And what you want to start here by doing is, if you haven't watched the repair video already on my channel, you want to start by grinding down the surface to get it to smooth rubber. From there, spray it with your Tech Tire rubber cleaner and go ahead and scrape away the excess rubber. Do that twice just to make sure you've gone over the same spot good. Go ahead and light up the rubber cleaner to clean off the surface, and make sure the surface gets good and warm so you can apply the glue so it will be tacky for the patch. Go ahead and light the glue up to get it to be tacky and get it to dry faster. Throw your Tech Tire repair patch on there and start rolling it on. Make sure when you apply the patch, it's facing bead to bead horizontally, not vertically, as that could tamper with the patch's effective ability to stop the leak. Take a sharp little screwdriver or tool to get the plastic off the patch, and go ahead and throw some glue on it as double security. Start by re-skidding your tire. You can drop that first bead on the rim and it should go on fairly easily. If not, you can grab a bar or a hammer and start hitting the rim where the bead is, or use a bar to work it down. Go ahead and stand with your feet far enough away from each other so the side of the tire doesn't keep coming up, and work the tire on the rim for the very last bead. Time to air it up, and before you blast it, you could try like we are, getting it to bead, but if not, go ahead and hit it with the blaster. And here, we always air up these older tires that we take off to only 100 psi. Go ahead and line up the tires so that the valve stems go on 180 degrees crisscross away from each other from the inside to the outside tire. Use the bar to help get the tire on the studs, and the lug nuts are ready to go on. Go ahead and tighten them up until you can hear the noise change in the impact. Once you do it enough times, you'll know then that that's when to stop so you don't break the stud. It's really loud, so I mute down these videos about halfway, but just to give you an example of what it sounds like in real life, here it is. Time to let the jack down. Go ahead and get under there with a little tool that is T-shaped, because there's a prong on the bottom of the bottle jack that you twist and let down. Pull the jack out, twist down the top, and put it back in the truck for the next call. Thanks for watching the Tire Tech. Be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for our next video where Mario will be changing a super single on a dump truck.